New summer fun packs come out each week at all of our library branch locations. The pack is free and yours to keep. Pick up yours while supplies last.
Hi, I'm Marika with Kawartha Lakes Public Library. In this video, I'm going to show you how, using what's in this week's summer fun pack, you can learn how to sew. In the pack, you're going to get some instructions. We're also sending you home with a couple different colors of yarn, and we've included this. It's a plastic darning needle. These are great for kids to work with. They've got a blunt tip, they've got a nice big eye that you can feed yarn, string, or ribbon through, and they're a bit nice and they're a bit longer, so they're easy to hang on to. What you need to get at home is a piece of cardboard. This works great. This is cardboard from a shipping box. You can also use the cardboard that comes with a cereal box or cracker box. A great activity for a preschooler is to sew your initial. This is great letter recognition and fine motor skills. Draw out the first letter of your child's name, then take a nail, a screwdriver, and all, even a ballpoint pen would work, and go around the outline of the letter and poke holes through the cardboard. Next, take your darning needle and thread a piece of the yarn through it. Then take your ends and line them up so that you've got your two ends together and tie a really nice thick knot on it. I've actually made my knot. I've done it twice, so it's really thick. What we want to make sure is that this knot doesn't go through the hole that you've made with your cardboard. If your child's really young, focus on the process, not the finished project. This is a great activity to build fine motor skills. Your child is developing a pincer grasp. We've talked about that many times. That builds the muscles that your child is going to need later on to hold a pencil or pen correctly. Lining up the needle with the hole on the cardboard, that's fine motor skills. It involves some concentration and some patience. You can do this activity at home. You can do it on long car trips. And you can do it over and over again. You can remove this and lace again. You can make new ones. You don't even have to use a needle and yarn. A shoelace that's either dipped or taped off at the end works just as great, and you're able to still fit it through that hole. As your child develops the skills, you can work on refining what the finished product is, and they can actually get along a line. You can work on making designs or patterns using the card. I've been having a great time sewing along my letter, but I just realized that I made a mistake. Instead of going up here, I went over there. I could do two things. I like sewing, so I could just keep going and sew to sew. But today I actually feel like fixing the mistake. So all I have to do is go backwards. My yarn came out of here, so I just have to go backwards, put my needle back in the hole, the opposite way the yarn came out of, pull it up, pull all that yarn out, and pop, out it comes. When I was a girl, I used to do cards like this a lot, and I would sew it all, and then I would take my needle and go backwards and unsew it all. That's something that you could do. There's my letter all done. I actually went around twice. If you go around once, you're going to have a bit of a dashed line. I went around twice, and I now have a solid line all around my letter. To finish off, I'm going to go to the back of my piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to put the needle through one of my laces, one of my loops. I'm going to feed it through. Just going to do it a couple times just to secure it. I could also put a piece of tape down on that end, and that'll hold it nice and snug. And I'm going to trim off that there, and I'm all done.
Once you've mastered the basics of sewing with this darning needle, you can go on and try sewing different designs. You can also use this darning needle and yarn on a piece of burlap. If you really like this craft, you can look into working with a smaller needle and finer gauge thread and explore the art of embroidery. You can find all the details about the Summer Fun Pack, including the instruction sheet, on the library's website. Go to www.kawarthalakeslibrary.ca/SRC. Here you will also find details about the outdoor Summer Reading Club program, story walks, and more. Don't forget to pick up your reading passport from the library to keep track of how much you read all summer long. Submit your finished passport at the end of the summer to enter a draw for an amazing prize. See you next week for another Summer Fun Pack video.